We didn't have much of anything. No toys. We would get toys donated to us, and they'd be defective toys. You had to have a sense of humor to play Scrabble with no vowels. How many points for g-g-g? The only kids I could play with were the ones who stuttered. It was crazy, man. It was crazy, man. Yeah, growing up on the plains in Nebraska, we couldn't play the same games there you play in the big city. We couldn't play hide and go seek. Coyotes find you. Yeah, we get all those defective toys. We got the Monopoly game, no hotels, all the houses were repos. What do you get when you pass go in Monopoly? We got government cheese. We got the Operation game, all the organs had been sold off. Did you have a game called Candyland? Yeah, we had a game called They Took My Land. Hey! Oh, man, it was crazy. Childhood was crazy. I remember when we got a simple thing like a microwave. I was so excited because I knew it meant soon we were going to get electricity. I was the youngest in my family. I had 4 older sisters. And because I was tiny, they would use me as their Barbie doll. Curl my hair, put makeup on me, dress me up. One day my father walked in, he goes, "Who put that red dress on my son? It doesn't match his heels." So he bought me boxing gloves to try to bring out the manliness in me. None of the other boys in the neighborhood wanted to box with me. They thought I was crazy because I'd climb into the ring wearing my gloves, wearing a killer look, and wearing pink lipstick. I've always loved dogs and cats. People usually go one way or the other. I love them both. Dogs are stronger physically, but cats are stronger psychologically. You tell a dog to roll over, he'll roll over. You tell a cat to roll over, she'll just look at you. I just spent 2 hours licking my fur clean. You want me to roll over on your filthy floor? And why? To entertain your stupid friends. Dog has to go to the bathroom outside, whether it's hot or freezing. Cat makes you build a box in the house. And watches you as you clean it out. That's right, scoop the poop. And when you're done, I'm gonna fill it up again. You put a dog and a cat on the front porch and a stranger walks by, the dog goes crazy trying to scare that stranger away. Cat just sits there and analyzes the stranger. Loser. I never had many friends as a kid. I still don't have many friends. My neighbor says, "Larry, you want friends, just compliment people, they'll like you. If someone's a good musician, tell them they have an ear for music. Good reporter, tell him he has a nose for news. A good artist, tell him he has an eye for detail." So yesterday I saw this big dude, I said, "Hey, you have a gut for groceries." Found out I had a butt for kicking. I am an indigenous American. People ask me, what does that mean? Well, what it means is my ancestors, the Zapotec Indians, mingled with the Yaqui Indians, who fraternized with the Apache Indians, who canoodled with the Aztec Indians. And because of that mixture of cultures, that intermingling of indigenous bloodlines, I stand here tonight looking like Jackie Chan. I always get mistaken for belonging to another cultural group. When I was born, my dad said, "Holy smokes, we had a Korean." Freaky, it's freaky, man. Everywhere I go, I get these crazy comments. In Alaska, they treated me like family, as if I was a long-lost brother. And after looking around, I understood. I'm pretty sure Eskimos are just freeze-dried Navajos. And did you know they have gangster rapper Eskimos? I I met the real Ice Cube. Freaky, man. Everywhere I go. Tokyo, they thought I was Japanese, so they're talking to me in Japanese. One thing I did understand, they were bragging their country was becoming Americanized. I said, what are you talking about? No one here even speaks Spanish. Freaks everywhere I go. First time I traveled to Mexico, I bought some clothes. I get back home, my neighbor's mad. He goes, Larry, you should only buy clothes made by Americans. I said, don't get so uptight. They were made by future Americans. Freaky times, man. I did a show at the university over here. A professor came up, said he could determine my ancestry by the structure of my cheekbones. That's embarrassing when guys look back there. Freaks in higher education, man. Yeah, boy, it's crazy, it's crazy. Sometimes I'll do shows and they'll have a theme. I did a show recently, the theme was high school reunions. And there was one school celebrating 75 years, high school reunion, 75 years, one couple. Crazy, man, crazy. Yeah, I just finished performing for the troops. Give me a round of applause, man. Give me a round of applause. Troop 47, Utah Girl Scouts. Some of you might recognize me. I used to model. I was the model for the cigar store Wooden Indian. I made a lot of money on that job. Now I have my own cigar store, and I have a big wooden white man standing in front. Looks like Caitlyn Jenner in Forever 21. Yeah. Sometimes I'll do a lot of corporate shows and they tell me, now, Larry, we don't want you to use that 4-letter word. You can use the 9-letter word that means the same thing, excrement, or the 6-letter word that means the same thing, manure, but don't use the 4-letter word. Well, I'm a rebel. If I get up on stage, first thing I say is, poop. Yeah, boy, it's crazy. My childhood was crazy and freaky, man. First of all, my dad was a practical joker, but very patriotic. I'll never forget the time he says, Larry, stand up tall and be proud. So I did, and he pushed me out of the boat. Oh, man, crazy, crazy. I don't do a lot of political humor, but it's been a crazy couple of years. I didn't like anybody who ran in 2016. I couldn't vote for Hillary. She sounded like my ex-girlfriend. I couldn't vote for Sanders. He looked like my ex-girlfriend. I couldn't vote for Trump. He dated my ex-girlfriend. What you gonna do when they come for you? I was in San Diego when the big story was about a surfer who was killed by a shark. His family said at least he died doing what he loved. He loved getting eaten by sharks? Experts say sharks prefer light-colored flesh. Finally, I get a break. Now, when I go to the ocean, I make sure I take my 2 Irish friends. One on each side. Oh, man, it's crazy, crazy times, crazy times. The hotel, they put us in a nice hotel has a nature spa. It's really kinky, though. They said, Larry, would you like a cactus massage? I go, no, that sounds painful. Well, Larry, would you like a mud bath? I go, no, that sounds dirty. Well, Larry, would you like a watermelon enema? I said, only if it's seedless. It's a freaky world. Freaks everywhere, man, I'll tell you. Stayed married for quite a while, 18 years, you know, and it was a friendly divorce, easy divorce because we had nothing and she got it all. But I wanted to get married again right away because I didn't like being single, you know. I like having a wife. But the problem is I live in Hollywood and there's so many freaky women. A lot of them are just one-date women. You don't want to go on a second date with them. I tried internet dating. This woman emailed me her picture, the beautiful Susie Soto. She showed up Quasimodo. Whoa. I met another one. She said she was a cougar. We went dancing as the night wore on. More and more of her makeup wore off. And I realized she was less a cougar and more a saber-toothed tiger. Went out with a gold digger. She jumps into my car and says, "I want you to buy me an evening dress for our date tonight." I said, "No problem. I got a Groupon at Walmart. Let's go." I'm a big spender. I don't know what you women are thinking. I'm on one date and the woman says, "Larry, I feel so safe when I'm with you." And I was thinking, woman, if trouble breaks out, I'm running. I'm not a Navy SEAL. I'm more like a baby seal. And everybody's looking for their soulmate. Who's with their soulmate? At my age, I'm not looking for a soulmate. I'm looking for a kidney mate, a liver mate, smaller prostate. Yeah, oh man, it's a crazy, crazy time. I've dated women of all cultures. I'm a very open-minded man. Went out with an Asian woman and her mother was overprotective. Oh, asked me a lot of questions. "Where you gonna take my daughter?" "We're gonna go dancing." "You gonna hold her close?" "Yes." "Your cheek gonna touch her cheek?" "Mm-hmm." "Your thighs going to press against her thighs?" "Yes." "She stay." "I go." Freaks. Somebody set me up on a date with a Swedish model. Beautiful, beautiful woman. And she's right off the bat, she goes, "Larry, tonight, at the end of the date, the only way there's going to be any hugging and kissing is if you make that noise that your people make." "What noise?" She says, "Ooh." I said, "Oh, you're a racist, low-life wench. I'll do it this one time." Freaky, man. It's a freaky world. I'm just here to report on it, man. Finally found a wonderful woman. Having a great time. And we both said, you know, a lot of people say that you have to work at your marriage. But no, we say, no, you have to have fun at your marriage. Is anyone having fun at their marriage? Yeah. Have fun. Don't let the little stuff bother you, you know? Like if my lady doesn't shave her legs for a while, I don't get upset. I just say, "Baby, bring those sexy legs, put them on that chair so I can scratch my back, okay?" There you go. Gotta have fun at your marriage. Yeah, you know, she gets on my nerves once in a while, but I know it's out of love. She says, you need to obey the traffic signs when you drive. Obey the traffic signs. So one day I thunked her on the skull. "Why did you do that?" "Sign said bump ahead." She's beautiful, but a little conceited. A lot of pretty ladies here tonight. Don't be conceited. I told her, you know, you look good now, but what are you going to look like when you get older? What do they tell us to do if we want to know? Look at the mom. So I went and looked at her mom, and it gave me hope. I hope she was adopted. Oh, man. Yeah, we love each other, but, you know, we jab each other now and then to keep it fun. She tells me, "Larry, you need to learn some new kissing techniques." So I learned a new technique, and she got suspicious. "Where'd you learn that?" And I told her, Animal Planet. The orangutan's ugly, but has some great lips. And ladies, they always tell you the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. No. The way to a man's heart is to be mysterious. And what's the best way to be mysterious? Don't talk. Next time you do girls' night out, because you love girls' night out, right? And you come home to your man, he's going to say, hey, sweetheart, how did it go? Don't say a word. Just give him a mysterious look like, he'll get so excited. He'll wrap you in his arms and start kissing you like he's been watching Animal Planet. And when he stops to take a breath, I want you ladies to scream out, thank you, Larry! Yeah, we get along great, man. Marriage should be fun. She jabs me every now and then. I jab her back a little bit. We're having fun. She says, Larry, you need to be more romantic like George Clooney. When he's romantic, he says beautiful things like, oh, your eyes sparkle like diamonds. Oh, your hair is so soft and your skin is like silk. I said, okay, I'll try tonight. So I hurried home from work and I put on my favorite cologne, Night of the Iguana. And then when she walked in, I grabbed her into my arms. I kissed her. I said, oh, your lips are delicious. They taste like Dunkin' Donuts. Your eyes sparkle like ginger ale. Oh, yes. And your hair is so soft, it feels like the belly of our Rottweiler. You gotta have fun at your marriage. Finally, let me leave you with this. I read a study about marriage, and it said, if you're married to the same person for 40 years or longer, you develop a spiritual connection with that person. A spiritual connection so that if the wife dies first, the husband will die within 2 weeks because he cannot stand life without her. And if the husband dies first, within 1 week, the wife goes on a cruise. I was not a spoiled kid, not like today. A lot of parents spoil their kids. Oh, my neighbor brags about it. He says, yeah, let my kid cruise around town in a $60,000 Lexus. I said, so what? I let my kid cruise around town in a $200,000 Metro bus. He sends his kids to karate and taekwondo. I drop my kids off in Chinatown. They'll learn to fight. Yeah, boy, childhood was crazy, man. I was always getting in trouble. Nowadays, experts say never spank your child when you're angry. When are you supposed to spank them? Honey, we won the lottery. Come here, Junior. Freaky world we're living in, man. I got a neighbor, he calls himself an honest thief because he stole some photographs from a museum. He put them up in his home. Now when people come over, they go, wow, those are fantastic photos. Did you take them? He says, yes. And he's always angry. He's angry at his doctor because he got laser eye surgery, and the doctor told him he'd be able to read signs 1,000 feet away, and he can't. I said, did you tell the doctor you never learned to read, idiot? I was a lousy student, horrible student, man. I was always acting up, making everybody laugh. Teacher got fed up. She pulled my desk all the way to the front, right next to her desk, so she could keep an eye on me. She wasn't very bright, because now I was front and center. Just like tonight. First time she turned her back to write on the chalkboard, I acted up, made everybody laugh. She turns around, what's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? You think you're gonna grow up to become a comedian? Crazy childhood. By some miracle, I went to law school. One day I'm sitting in class and I looked down at my notes and realized everything I'd written down were jokes about the professor. So I knew I didn't want to be a lawyer. I would have made a lousy lawyer. All my innocent clients would have went to prison. Oh, the judge would say, Mr. Omaha, how does your client plead? Your Honor, does that look like the face of a killer? A thief, maybe. There's no way he could have killed that man. We have 2 witnesses that say he was on the other side of town robbing a bank. I I got a lot of vegetarian friends. I try to accommodate them. When they come over to my place, I have a 20-foot by 20-foot section of grass in the backyard. Every once in a while, one of them will eat fish and he feels so guilty. I go, what's the matter with you? Look at it this way. The fish is dead, he's brain dead, so technically he's a vegetable. And he yells at me, he goes, Larry, you say you love animals, but how come you eat them? That's why I eat them, I love them. And besides, remember that plane that crashed in the Andes? The survivors ate all the food on the plane, and when it was gone, they resorted to cannibalism. Hey, they loved humanity, but it was a way to survive. If I have to choose between starvation and munching on an ear, pass the ketchup. Every time I get on a plane now, I see all the passengers as a buffet. It's a freaky world.